Everybody, Wile E. Coyote here at the Exhaust Note, and today we got a special one for you. 2019 330i xDrive MSport. Whole lot of acronyms.
All right. Action.
Figured I would do a little drive video while I had it. And a little review for you guys in case you were interested. So when I first got set up with the car, I was pretty excited about it. And that's not to say I'm still not. But I would say that it is not quite the car that I thought it was going to be for a couple of reasons. I know that some people have sort of poo-pooed the 3 Series lately and where they've gone with both the styling and the motor. I also know that I believe you can't get these in a manual anymore, so it's really only the paddle shifters. This one has the 8-speed. It does have a sport mode, which I'll talk about. But, you know, one of the things, I like the front styling. In terms of the exterior, I like the front styling. I think the car looks good. I think it's got some nice, sleek lines. One of the things that I really don't like are the new taillights that BMW has gone to. I feel like they've gone to a lot of the Altezza or aftermarket looking taillights. Really not a fan of that. I liked the several versions before. Past couple versions have all sort of red LED taillights. I think that looks really, really nice. I think that the sort of Altezza type taillights really do not look good from the factory in this car. Not impressed. The inside is actually well appointed, and I've been impressed with the way that it's set up. The leather seats are very comfortable. They've got some really good, because it's the MSport, some good bolstering in here. So I've been pretty impressed with that. Really kind of holds you in. So this model, because it's the MSport, I think it's got a premium package, so it also has the heads-up display, which is really nice. One of the things about the 3 Series that I always sort of liked is that I felt like it's a decent family sedan if you really needed one. Maybe a little bit on the smaller side, but not bad. This car, though, I feel very much in the front like it's pretty closed in. I mean, the back seat has some space. I did read a Car and Driver review on this yesterday, and they did say that they felt like 3 adults could sit pretty comfortably back there. I feel like that might be pretty tight, and especially if you had to fit car seats and stuff back there, doable. But that's going to eat up all of your rear seat space. Because this is the MSport package, the seats are all embroidered in blue, which is very nice. It does have some nice sort of aluminum trim in here, and so I do think the interior is well appointed. It does come with a sunroof, as you can see over me. Not a moonroof, but a sunroof. My driving impressions, I think for 250 horsepower, whatever this car has, which it feels a lot more like that. I know it is a turbocharged car, but it does feel like it has a whole lot more than 250. I am impressed with the turbo, the way it spools up. It's very, very responsive, especially in sport mode. When you put it in sport mode, it also gives you a slightly louder exhaust note, which I like. So I think that sounds good. One of the things that surprises me about the exhaust note, though, and I guess it's probably just with the way the turbo interacts with the motor and the way that this motor is set up, it sounds very much like a Japanese tuner car, like a Subaru or a Honda that has a special exhaust on it, or an aftermarket exhaust on it. It very much actually sounds like a Subaru with a louder aftermarket exhaust on it, and that to me, from a German perspective, is a little weird. I am not sure that I would have set it up that way. I think there's got to be a different way to tune that note. I still think it sounds pretty good, but to me, that noise from a German car making it sound like a Japanese import, which I love my Subarus. Let me tell you, I love the STI. I'm a big fan. You know, to me, it just sounds weird that it's, you sort of have that exhaust note. You know, I will say that the DCT transmission that they have in these now is very impressive. This car pulls very well when you're really kind of stepping on it here. We'll do a... Sounds very good. And the shifts are very crisp, very smooth. You know, second to third there's maybe a little bit of hesitation there, but the car does sound very good. It gives a nice little throttle blip on the downshift, which I like. So that's hard to complain about. But kind of hear the motor. Especially in the higher revs, the higher RPMs there, it really gives a nice full note. That's when it really departs from that Japanese import sound to really more of a German turbo motor. I think that's really where it sounds much, much better. You have to have it in sport mode in order to hear that. In Comfort or Eco Plus, it very much is significantly quieter. You know, this does have the auto stop technology, which I'm not a huge fan of. I have it in my truck and I don't love it. Especially with LED headlights, it just seems to wreak havoc on those. You know, I didn't think I was going to be as impressed with this car as I have become. I haven't had it for all that long, and I've got to give it back. I'm actually on the way back to pick up my car. I think it could be a lot of fun. I do know with all the full packages, it gets up into 50, 60,000, which I can't imagine paying that much for a 3 Series. You know, I know you can also, I believe, keep them under 50 if you know, appoint it just right. But I have been pretty impressed with the way that it drives, the way that it handles, especially the xDrive. Is a great system. It was raining, it was pouring last night, and the car handled very, very well. I really do like the heads-up display. Here we go. We'll do a full 0 to 60. Redline's right about 6,000 RPMs. It really does feel very, very quick. It is surprising to me that it is only rated for 250, 260 something horsepower. It feels significantly faster than that, which I have to give BMW credit for. So I could see this being a lot of fun as a daily driver. I think if I had a family and I had to fit 1 or 2 car seats in the back, it would be tough. It seems like it would be tight back there. There is a huge amount of space in the trunk, which is impressive, and fit a lot of stuff back there. But you know, I think as a family vehicle, I much more would want a 5 Series or a 7 Series, maybe a generation before. Save a little bit of money, make it cheaper. But you know, overall, I'm pretty impressed with this car. It you know, the engine sounds great. The Japanese import noise from the exhaust is a little bit weird, but you know, I think the interior is set up very nicely. The cabin is set up very nicely. Love the heads-up display, and so, you know, would I buy one? Probably, at least as I currently am. If I had a family, if I had kids, it might be a little bit tight. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry for the shaking. Roads around here are not the best. If you like the video, comment, feel free to like and subscribe. Trying to post more of these as I get a chance to sort of test drive some cars. I hope you guys have a great day. That's all from the exhaust note.